just to jump into it, I hope that you are giving yourself grace because life is hard and there is so much going on. There is so much to carry, and there is so much pressure from ourselves, from the world outside of us to do things a certain way and to be a certain way. And it can be exhausting if you're being pulled by all of that. And I don't fully know how to explain this, and I hope that this comes across understandable, but you have to take control of your life while also fully surrendering to whatever happens and trusting that it's exactly what's meant to happen. I can't control. I have done so much work on myself, I would like to say. I journal, I meditate, I've done trauma therapy. I've done so much stuff to just try and be the best possible version of myself that I can be. And I still have moments of being rude or judgmental or awkward or anxious. And I can't run away from it. There's no running away from yourself. And all I keep coming back to is just fully accepting it. That's the piece that I found from the work that I've done, is that you there's so much you don't have control of. You don't have control of what thoughts are coming through your head, but you have control of which ones you focus on. You don't have, sometimes you just get in the habit and say something you don't really mean, or get flooded with emotions that you don't want to be feeling. And that's another thing, is I will feel so many things at once in such a non-dualistic way. And it's overwhelming to be in a non-dualistic place, because it's something happens and it's part of me feels really embarrassed by this. Part of me feels completely at peace by it. Part of me feels angry. Part of me feels anxious, and it's all there. And how can I just grab one and say this is the truth when it's all there? And so it's just seeing it all and saying, okay, well, none of this is really me, because you just are. You just are. And when you try and squeeze yourself into a box and force yourself to be something or do something a certain way, you are doing a disservice to yourself and everyone around you. You just have to go through the motions of life and love yourself and be honest with yourself and make mistakes. I want to die at the end of my days not living absolutely perfectly. What even is that? I want to just go after what inspires me and practice loving people completely and being kind and honest and kind to myself and doing things that I want to do with my life. I don't want to just try and do life right. What does that even mean, right? What does that mean? And I think there's just so much pressure. I keep saying that, but there's so much pressure. Who actually knows what the right thing is to do? That's why I struggle so much making videos, because I want to say things to help people, but at the end of the day, I don't know. You know, I don't know what's best for you. I don't know what you need to do. I don't want to sit here and give you a list of things that you need to do to change your life. I just want you to get to know yourself and change your own life, because you can. And fully taking control of your own life is scary, because I feel like so many of us, we don't actually have full control over our life. We look to others for guidance. We're trying to be accepted by others. We're not loving ourselves exactly the way we are. We're not loving the darkest parts of ourselves. And we're pushing away our inner child and our shadows. And we're missing the full picture of who we are. And that's keeping us from living a life that is truly ours. And your life should be its own little masterpiece of art that you just love looking at. Who cares what anyone else thinks? Who cares what... There's probably will always be parts of you that judge yourself for what you're doing, or make fun of you, or feel embarrassed, or get hard on yourself. And those will all still be there, and you can still do what you feel called to do. Stop living in fear. Stop aspiring and planning and saying, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. And just take action towards what it is that you want, and trust that it'll come exactly as it's meant to. And if it doesn't come, it's not meant to. Just have complete faith in everything that's happening. And when things go wrong, when things get you all worked up, look at it and say, what is this trying to show me? How can I lean deeper into this? Stop running away from the uncomfortable and just chasing the comforts of life and just chasing the good, because like there is value in all of it. There is value in all of it. And it's not scary when you learn to just make it a safe space for you. Are the space where it all is, right? And you hold it all, and all of it is trying to tell you something about yourself and the world and existence. And it's not scary because you're so powerful. Like, you are existence itself manifesting into you, into your own individual expression. And so this world needs whatever it is that you are. It doesn't need you to be what you think you should be, what the freaking Reddits are telling you to be, or the BuzzFeeds. I sound like an old man, but like, it's got to come within you, and you have to try and mess up. And even those are not mistakes, because it's all perfect. Okay. And from that, you just slowly realize that you can do whatever it is that you want to do. You can have whatever it is that you want to have, whatever you're meant to have. If you do anything in this life, just get to know yourself. See the way that you show up in life. See the way that you respond to people and situations and experiences, and understand yourself. Don't hate yourself for it. Just look at yourself for what you are and say, okay, this is it. And like, where do we go from here, right? Like, it just comes down to loving yourself. And then you can apply that to the world around you. The world around you isn't so scary. The people around you aren't so mean. And because it's silly. Because they're all just doing their own projections of themselves. Like, if people have any judgment of you, that's their problem. If you take that personally, that's your problem. If you judge someone else, that's your problem. So just constantly coming back to yourself. There's nothing else but that. There is other stuff but that, because I think the biggest thing is like, it's not all about you. It's about just like giving to the world and loving the world and changing the world through you. Because that's what it is. Because when you're working on yourself, you are shifting the way that you show up to the world. And from that, you are shifting everybody and everything that you come in contact with. And that is the biggest gift. Wow, I needed to hear all this that I'm saying, but all right, thank you guys. I hope that some of this helped, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day. Love you.